Okay.
What are some tips that we can be providing parents, adults, people working with kids, or just people who are in that sphere? What are some tips that we can be giving them to make it more interactive and engaging?
First and foremost, you don't want to force your kids to interact with you. Um, you have a captive audience because there's nothing that you guys can do, but it's almost like you have to kind of warm up to your kids. You can't go like, "Hey, I'm an adult, play with me," because you're supposed to, and then you're just gonna have your kids sitting there looking at you like, "Okay, when is this over?" You got to kind of make it fun and inviting. The other part of it is that you got to have a sense of humor. And working with kids, I've gotten a really good training where they use something called the fish philosophy. It's a lot of people may not know about it, but it comes out of Seattle, the Seattle fish market, and they developed a training where they have what we call shtick in comedy, where it's like they have their shtick where they use a sense of humor, and that's their training for people in all capacities, everything from working as teachers to working on an assembly line or whatever. It's just that aspect that you're using to have a sense of humor, and that's what you take it with you. They have like a couple of tips on like I think one of them was make your day have a sense of humor. It's like they have that whole training aspect, and I've lived by that from day one. That's the other part of it, and the last thing is